Hello, welcome to my first ever YouTube video. This is very exciting slash nerve-wracking slash it's a lot, but we're here. This is something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and I just thought, why not? I've put it off for so many years just because I don't even know why, but here I am giving it a go. I'm wanting this channel to be very beauty based. I'm not a makeup artist, I am just a graphic designer, but I've been obsessed with makeup forever. So this is going to be my day-to-day favourites and I hope you enjoy. So I've got my makeup bag. I basically went through all my like categories and picked out one of each that I really enjoy. I'm going to link everything below. So to start with, I'm just going to get my hair out my face. My skin is moisturised. Put sun cream on even though I haven't left the house today, but sun cream is very important. So yeah, I'm going to start with the VIEVE Skin Nova. It's a Skin Perfecting Radiance Primer. It's like a hybrid between skincare and a primer. I love it a lot. I just get 2 pumps on my finger and I just rub this in. This is from VIEVE, which is Jamie Genevieve's brand. Obviously, she's an amazing YouTuber. Yeah, I love VIEVE. I think it's just a great brand and I've bought, I think, one of everything. As soon as something gets released, I'm like, I'll have that. Also for my lips, I'm going to use this MAC lip conditioner. Really like this. It's literally keep those hydrated. Okay, so primer is done. Next thing I'm going to use is the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like everybody has this in their makeup bag. It's just the nicest thing to make your skin look great underneath your foundation. So I've just put that everywhere, and I'm going to take this Morphe E63 brush. Don't know if you can see, it's kind of tapered, so it's got this whole flat side, and this is also my foundation brush, so I use this for my base just to blend it in all over, and then I'll also use it for my foundation. This is just I use shade 2. I'm quite fair. I have like vampire skin. I don't ever really seem to tan, so kind of can wear the same products throughout the year. Normally I go through the lightest, but with this one I picked up 2, put on a bit more. So I think I tried a sample of the light one and I think the 2 just gave me a tiny bit more of life into my face. Okay, that's all blended in. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to spot conceal. I just have a few blemishes. Normally my skin's quite good, but certain times of the month my skin loves to break out and be a pain in the butt. So this, I have the pot concealer from NARS. It is light 1 Chantilly and it's just the best for spot concealing. I literally take my little finger, just dab it and just work it on top. I probably could get the shade darker in this, just because if I tend to do this and not wear foundation, I have to spend some time blending in, and I always feel like if I had one colour up, it would just blend a bit better, but if I'm doing it before my foundation, I never seem to have any problems. As you can see, that's just helped cover some of those. Next foundation, I have the NARS Mont Blanc Sheer Glow Light. I love NARS in general. I think their brand is absolutely great. I love the packaging, I love the formulas. I don't think there's anything that they've brought out that I've not enjoyed, that I've tried. I'm sure there's lots that I haven't tried. But yeah, and I've got the, if I'm going out, I love the, is it the Radiant Longwear? And then I have also recently tried out the, what's the new one called? It's like the really glowy one, but for some reason I always seem to go back to this Sheer Glow. I think it's just really lovely. So I'm going to pump out just a little pump, and then because it's like day to day and this is not like full, this isn't like a full glam, I just take a tiny bit of my Flawless filter and I just mix them together and pop this on. I try not to put any foundation under my eyes. I find that's the best for my concealer not creasing. So that's something that I will try and avoid, just because I find that if you layer loads in that area, then it's obviously going to cake up. I'm just going to take another half pump and again some more of the Flawless filter. Just realised that a lot of this, my favourites are, they're not high end, but they're not low end. I've got a few bits, and I do love, I have some really great drugstore products that I do like switch in between. What I might do is I might do a video soon of like my drugstore favourites, the ones that I would go to that are a bit more affordable, because there are some great ones you don't have to spend. Okay, so base is looking good. Can you see it's really still really glowy. You can still see some imperfections. I'm not like a mask. It feels really comfortable. So now my skin is looking good and I've got that layer on. I'm now going to go in with concealer. This is the NUDESTIX concealer in Nude 2. Creamy concealer. This is, I will hands down say, my favourite concealer. It's great. I watched a YouTube from, I think it was Mary Bedford that was on Love Island, and she did like her makeup routine, and she said that her makeup artist recommended this, and I got it after that video and I haven't gone back. If I ever want something that's a bit more coverage, I'll put this on first always, and then I'll add on like a slightly more fuller coverage over the top. But I just think for day to day this is the perfect consistency and has a beautiful finish. And this has lasted me a long time actually. Now I'm going to take my sponge. This is an e.l.f. one, it's very dirty. I need to get some new ones. I always try and wash them, but they come out clean, but they're never clean. As you can see, that's just really just evened out the under eye, but it's still got that glow. Okay, so that's all blended in. I think my base looks really nice and smooth, very glowy, which is what I like. I like a glowy base, and then I mattify it all down with powder. Okay, so next we're going to go, this is a more affordable product. I think this is going to be a dupe for the Chanel bronzer, which is beautiful. But this is the Revolution XX like cream pot bronzer in the shade Inspire. I never was into cream bronzer until literally a few months ago. I think Soph Does Life, is that her YouTube? She used this and I just think it looked beautiful. And so I'm going to take this kind of like flat kabuki brush. This is from the Morphe X Ariel collection. It's the A24. It's just such a lovely, kind of gets in perfect, and it just suits that part of the face that I want to bronze up. I really struggle with bronzers. I actually really prefer cool toned bronzers, and they're just so hard to find. I find them, everything runs really warm on me, even if they say they're cool tone. So a lot of the time I'll use like contour products, but this is on the slightly warmer side. As you can see, it's got that like warmth, but the bronzer that I use is quite cool tone and they just seem to work together, balance each other out. Okay, so that's the base, like all the creams. I don't use cream blush. I'm still trying to get on the blush hype. I do love it on other people. I'm obsessed with it on other people, but just on me, it's still something I'm dipping my toe into. So that is my base done. And so I'm going to powder and just set this down lightly with the MAC Light Plus Mineralize powder. I just think this is lovely. And I'm going to take this big kind of fluffy brush from that Ariel X Morphe collab, and this is the A21. I'm literally just going to lightly set my face. I still want to keep that glow, but this just will keep everything kind of where I need it. As you can see, there's still that glow there, but it's just not gonna budge. Next I'm going to move on to powder bronzer, and this bronzer from Charlotte Tilbury is my ride or die. If they released this in a big pan, I would buy about 20 of them. The big one was just so orange, even though it looked cool in the pan, it just wasn't. I've tried just so many. I'm going to take this on a NARS Kabuki brush. This is my favourite bronzer brush ever. I think this is my second one. I got my first one when I was like 18, and it's just the dream. So I'm just going to basically put this over where I had my other bronzer, and it's just the perfect tone. Not bringing it too far down. It just works really lovely on top of that cream bronzer I put down. And yeah, even though I've not got into the blush game as much as I'd like, I have this Cheek Stars palette from Benefit, and it's got the Georgia and the Sugar Bomb in there. It's got Hula as well, and this is a great palette if I'm going away. I literally just grab this, but I literally take these two on like a fluffy brush. This is the A22, again from the Ariel Morphe, and I literally just take the two and just run them over. Just gives me a hint of colour without me feeling like I'm blushed. Okay, so bit of colour, bit of warmth back in my face, and next we are going to do eyebrows. I've got very stubborn brows. They are very thick and they just don't like to move, but I use the easiest one, I think, is just this 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. I sometimes use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze, but I don't find it super easy to use, whereas this is simple. So just brush them through, then I'll leave them to dry for a bit, and then I'll use precisely my brow from Benefit. So I just don't think you can knock Benefit on their brow game. I think they're just great. Okay, so whilst I just let my eyebrows set, I'm just going to set my eyelids. Yeah, so I'm going to use the VIEVE Eye Wand in Vanilla, and I think this is a really great like eye primer. I think that's how she used it. And I'm going to take a so I've literally just put it all over my eyelids, and I'm just going to take a clean fluffy brush and kind of just buff it in, and it's just going to even out my eyelids. And going over. So now I have just a flat base for eyeshadow. Just going to quickly do my brows. Day to day, I literally just fill them in. I just go over the shape. I've got quite fluffy brows, luckily, so I just need to define them. Okay, so eyebrows are now all done with the precisely my brow pencil. I just filled them in, made them look a bit fuller. One eyebrow always goes better than the other, but I feel like that is just how everybody's eyebrow goes. Everybody always has a favourite one. Okay, so next I am going to just do some eyeshadow with this. This is the Revolution Forever Flawless palette, and I just love it because it's just so cool toned. Like warm tones like coppers and stuff just doesn't suit me. So I'm literally just going to do a brown kind of smoky eye, nothing wild. I'm just going to take the colour Chic, which is this kind of light nude. I'm literally just going to put this in my crease. Just going to put this in my crease, and then I'm going to take my clean brush, just going to clean, this is a NYX brush, it's kind of like domed. Just going to take slightly lighter colour and just run that on my actual eye lids, just to brighten them up a tiny bit. And then I'm going to go back to that first brush I used. I'm just going to take a slightly darker colour, this Desire. So that's the first one I used. This is the second one I used on my lid. And now I'm going to take this darker one. And I'm just going to put that in the corners. And there we have it. Just a slightly smoked out eye. Normally I don't really use liner. I'm not going to use it today, but I thought I'd just show you which one I do like. It's the Charlotte Tilbury Feline Flick. The Feline Flick. This stays all day. I have very watery eyes, I have allergies, I also, when I laugh, I cry, very like watery person, so I need budge proof liner if I'm going to wear it, otherwise I end up looking like a hot I'm not going to use that today just because I wouldn't normally wear it like day to day. So next we're going to move on to mascara. This is my favourite mascara. I love, there's a Chanel one that I love, but it's very expensive. My dad bought it for me for Christmas once, and it was one of those presents that I just couldn't afford to keep like buying for myself. I also love the Bobbi Brown smoky eye one, but again that's quite expensive. And I just think this, which is the Benefit They're Real Magnet, this is my eyelashes before, literally you can't really see them, and then just going to add on one coat, and as you can see, like, look at the difference, it's crazy. And as you can see, the more you add, the more volume you get. And there we have it. Mascara is all done, top and bottom, and can you see just how different it makes my eyes be a lot bigger, and it just doesn't smudge. I can wear it literally all day and it's great. Last thing I'm going to do is my lips. I'm going to take this is my favourite, it's like a slightly pinky tone, and it's the NYX Suede lip liner in Lavender and Lace. I'm just going to line my lips. It's just like a pinky tone. And then what I love to go over with is the NYX, it's like a soft matte lip cream in London, and that just adds like a wash of brown. And I find if I use a brown lip liner and that, it just looks a bit too warm, but I think that is just kind of the perfect nude. Okay, and there we are. So that's full face of my favourites. I hope it was an okay first YouTube. Hope you enjoy, and yeah, hope to see you again. Thank you.